Morning, YouTube. So normally it does get hot in here, right? Not as bad as the tent, but it gets hot. So I'm gonna give this guy a try. The Bodega cooler, right? And you know me, I like my tests to be more than just the first day. So this is me recording on the first day, right? Now, the Bodega cooler comes with a couple of different type of plugs here, right? Typical power cord, the 12-volt power cord, which is the one that we're going to be using because we're going to be using it today with our grease cell 300 water. Because I want to see how much power it pulls, and then once I use it with the grease cell, just to get an understanding, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it up into my inverter, into my 12-volt battery, my red Odo inverter. This thing has been doing great for the last couple of days. I know that's hard to see, but it's been doing great for the last couple of days, and it's just been using one battery. I don't even have my full solar hookup yet, because I'm still waiting on other components, but this is gonna be wonderful, right? And here's the other part of once I decide to plug it up to my inverter. So, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it right up under there, so that way I can get to it when I need it. In my cooler right there, that's not really cool, there's no ice in it, but I'm just using it to transport. I got my bottles of water, my canned fruit, and things like that I have throughout the day while sitting here working. And this is going to be important to have, especially for long work days. And the fact that, you know, yes, this is one of the days where we're without the truck, still in the shop, getting at the hospital, car hospital, me getting fixed. But so this is gonna come in handy. I feel like it's gonna come in handy, but we gonna find out, right? So far, it looks good. It seems to be made pretty solid. One of the things I like is that it has a divider here to where you can have two compartments in order to separate things, which is fantastic. And then here, as you can see, once we plug it up, it has a screen where you can set the temperatures, right? And the best part is, this guy is on wheels. So if you do got some stuff in here with a little bit of weight to it, it has a handle, you can go ahead and lift it and drag it. Now, would not do well on our sand, but definitely something I can see using for a picnic. And originally, I wanted to go ahead and use it for, because once we got the truck back, I was gonna take the family out somewhere. We've been cooped up. Everything ain't always about projects, living on a homestead. Sometimes you got to go out and enjoy each other. And here in New Mexico, we still getting the heat right now. It's getting cooler, but not quite yet, right? So I would love to put this inside of the truck, put the family in the truck, hit a hiking trail, hit a park or something else like that, and just really got to enjoy each other and really test to see how well this thing does keep things cool. But we're going to do our first scenario, which is all day in the hot shed, aka the office. First, let's get it hooked up. Alright. Hear the plane flying over. That's lower than normal. And these guys are going in the fridge. Freezer. Let's start with that. And it comes with the manual. Now, you know me, I have a habit of not reading any type of manual, but we're gonna check this one out today because we want to get the best use out of this fridge as we can get. All right, so according to this, the left bay has to be cooler than the right. Otherwise, what happens is if you when you increase the temperature on the left bay, it automatically increases the temperature on the right. So the right one is the temperature on the left zone is the is the top reading, and the temperature on the right zone is the bottom reading. And another thing to take note is that the difference between eco and max mode, max is max cooling, which means it gets to the cool faster, whereas eco mode not as fast. And of course, max mode pull a heck of a lot more power. Now, the app. I need to download this app, and we're gonna go ahead and check this app out, and then I'm gonna post on the screen what this app shows and what it features. All right, so here we're looking at the phone app. As you can see at the top is the model number of the refrigerator, in which I am Bluetooth to, and then you'll see the current temperature of the of the freezer. And it gets a little bit more detailed when you look there. You see left and right, and you see the current temperatures. And then this is just the same as the dial you see on the refrigerator. You can just click either left or right and actually set the temperatures. Below that, you can see where you got the eco, the lock, which you can lock the temperatures to be where they are. Unpair your refrigerator from your app. And right now it's eco mode, which we spoke about before, which it takes its time getting down to the temperature you needed to get to. This would be great if your refrigerator, you started it up early in the morning, it was already cool out. It was already cool where you were. It was sitting in the shade. But you just undo that, and it'll kind of get to the cooling temperature a little bit faster. I don't recommend having your refrigerator sitting in the sun while trying to get to whatever temp you desire. It'll definitely have to work harder, and it'll definitely take longer. Then at the bottom, you have the low and medium and high, which dictates how much power it's going to use in order to get to those settings. So the app is pretty straightforward. Pretty easy to navigate. I like it. And then another thing that the book contains is what the error codes are if you get error codes. So that way it's easy for you to troubleshoot and see exactly what's happening and what's wrong. This is the first day trying the Bodega fridge/freezer. Like I said, it's early morning. I haven't even started my work shift yet. I just got up early, got done walking the property, doing my usual things, making sure everything is okay, solar panels are good, and making sure I have adequate power out there for the RV. So stay tuned. We're going to be running this guy all day, and I'll let you know how it does and how it goes. You know me. Typically, I like to spend quite a few days, up to a week, with the product before I give any form of review. You know what I mean? Be not hasty to credit. Right. So let's see how it do. And I'll check back in with you. Probably middle of the day around lunchtime. Give it a few hours to go ahead and cool down. See what it's like. So stay tuned. Again, I never review anything that I can't give my honest opinion on. So let's check it out. So we plugged the Bodega up. And we plugged it up to our grease cell battery, which is at 67% from 100%. So from 7 to almost noon right now, it went from 100 to 67% at 33 watts. Consistently, that's what it's holding, right? I like that. So I checked the app, and according to the app, this thing is already basically to temperature. Yeah. This thing is already basically to temperature. So right now, this is what we're looking at, right? 30 degrees and 31 degrees, which is pretty freaking good. Now, what I don't understand is, so the battery was full, and now this battery is pretty low. But also, I got it plugged in. So I kind of don't understand how that works. That's something that's a wee bit confusing. But when you pop it open, hey, everything is nice and cold. Nice and cold. So far, I like it. I really like this fridge. I think this is really super beneficial. To be honest, we got some things coming up. I got friends that want to do some 5Ks and different stuff like that. And to be quite honest, it's already been like 5 hours already. And it only brought my grease cell down to 67%. That means that even inside the truck, I can have this thing plugged into my power pack, my grease cell, and while we're doing our 5K or while we're doing whatever we're doing without having the truck running, it can still keep things cold. I like that. That is a really good idea. Um, so far, I'm gonna give this fridge a thumbs up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like this. I really like it. Better YouTube. As you can see, I'm wearing something different. It has been a total of 4 days. Now, in the beginning, you see the unboxing. So I will say this is maybe 4 days later. So I gave myself a little bit of time to really test the Bodega cooler out and really enjoy it. Some of the things we did, which I did not get to record, was just yesterday. We ended up spending some time with family, so I didn't want to pull the camera out. And we ended up putting the Bodega fridge into the truck and plugging it up to the 12 volt. Um, I ended up going ahead and taking my battery bank with me. Because basically, that guy. Because basically, once we pulled up to the park, I unplugged it from my 12 volt and then I plugged it in to here. And I don't know how well you can see it, but again, it's only pulling 35 watts on a 300 watt grease cell. We were at the park for 6 hours. This thing was going, stayed cool, and I really, really wanted to test the freezer part to see how cold it actually got. And guess what? It worked. By the end of that time, we had some frozen water or frozen ice packs that was in the freezer section of this thing. Um, I love this thing. I'm not gonna even tell you no story. You all know who's familiar with Mexico and any high desert area is hot. Like right now, I'm in my office. It's warm in here. And aside from a little fan, the only other thing that's been keeping me cool that I think has been a game changer has been this Bodega cooler. I'm gonna be straight up. Being able to keep my fruit and water and drinks and different things in there cold. Look, this is what I got in here right now. I'm finna go ahead and show you. All right. That's what I got right now. In a little bit, I'm finna get ready to go make some runs and do some things. I'm finna get ready to start doing some work outside. And guess what? This bad boy is coming with me outside. I mean, it's a big deal for me, especially living off grid, because yes, you can go and purchase and get an ice machine or get ice and everything else like that. But then you have to deal with the melted water, which I don't mind because, I kind of sort of give it to the plants and things of that nature. And again, I mentioned that's another perk of this is that you could put ice in there. It has a drain plug at the bottom. Um, but this just works out better for me. Like it's only pulling 36 watts. Like once I get my solar set up in the office the way I want it to, this is going to be a permanent addition. And then the best part is I'll be able to take it when me and the family decide to go on the road, do hiking trips or either vacations, or once we start pulling the RV again. With that said, the truck is back. So if you're interested in the Bodega fridge, there's definitely going to be a link at the bottom of this description. And then also, you already know it, there's going to be a discount code. And I'm also going to make sure I add in the Amazon link. Listen, go check this thing out. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I gave it 3-4 days of testing. This is yet another product that I feel like is worth it. It's worth it. And then on top of that, y'all know how I am about batteries, right? You know how I am about having extra power? Guess what? See that? That's a USB. You can charge your devices. So I like it. I love it. Great addition to the homestead. Anybody who's living off grid, especially those of you who are van lifing, full-time RVers, right? And you need a second fridge freezer. I think this would be a great addition. I don't know about anybody else, but our outdoor kitchen refrigerator is crap. It's crap. I done had this RV going on a year almost. It never stays cold. The freezer part never works. It's a terrible fridge. We had plans for me using the fridge for, again, while I'm working outdoors, to be able to just walk to the outdoor kitchen of the RV and get something cold to drink. Tried it, was not satisfied. So this guy right here is definitely making a difference, helping keep me cool, keep me alive out here in this heat while getting work done on the homestead. And then the best part is you can plug it into a power bank. Like I said, I got a 300-watt grease cell, right? Those of you who had the bigger banks, the bigger Pecrons. So, hey, with that, don't forget to go and check out our Homestead homies. Also, again, continuous shout outs to the Homestead Angels who just continue to encourage us in the Lord, continue to just be a huge blessing in more ways than one. And then also, I'm going to give a shout out to those of you who continue to try to make sure we stay on track, to try to keep us on track, right? Shout out to the sister that sat there and said, bro, complete a project. We not mad at you. We laughing, but we like it. You know what I mean? And we get this, some of you all don't understand yet. But hey, shout out to you. So with that, check this fridge out. Put in the bottom in the comments and let me know your thoughts. And see you in the next video.